I'm so happy to be with you all tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in on Facebook and on YouTube. And feel free to leave comments in the chat and your favorite story topics as well. And let's get this party started. All right, you guys, I want to introduce you now. Oh, can't hear me. Can you hear me now? I've been told you can't hear me. Is that true? Can you guys hear me? You can't hear me. Okay, hang tight. You can't hear the host. This is not good. Hang on, guys. You got to hear the host, or how are you going to talk? You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So, do you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? How's that sound?
No.
Anything coming through? For me, Christine Blackburn. How about now? Can you guys hear me? How about now, you guys? Come on. Can you hear me? All right. Can you hear me now? How about now? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. What is happening? You can hear me. You can hear me. I think you can. The mic isn't on. The mic is on. And guess what? In the chat room, it says I sound fine. So I'm going to go with the people in the chat room. And let's get this party started, you guys. My name is Christine Black. Welcome to Story Smash, the storytelling game show. And now may I introduce to you the Wheel of Stories. There are 12 permanent topics on the Wheel of Stories. There's topics like drunk tank, school days, pandemic, breakup, and many, many more. There's also an additional space that says free, and if the contestant lands on free, they can choose any topic on the wheel. There's also 3 spaces that say audience, and if the contestant lands on audience, well, then that's when you guys come into the game, and you can leave your story topics in the chat room now. And if the contestant lands on audience, then one of our expert judges will choose it to be the contestant's topic. And speaking of expert judges, let's get them on the screen right now. All right, you guys, this first judge coming to the show is a comedian and a writer. I hear music in my head. He's a writer for Mad TV and Mad Magazine, and you can hear him on the Nerd Poker Podcast, and he's the host of the legendary Lucha Vavoom right here in Los Angeles, California. Please welcome Blaine Capatch. Blaine. Blaine. Hey.
Oh, hi, Christine. I didn't hear you come in. Hey, it's great to be.
You.
Can you hear me? Am I on? Am I muted? Hi, check. Hey, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to see if
this
if
is
anyone
so
can... exciting
because I can't hear anything. But I'm going to try to do another trick here with my with the. Are you there, Blaine?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. So sorry about that.
Okay.
You know, honestly,
that's okay. I want everything to be hunky-dory.
Sometimes I'm shocked that we don't have more technical difficulties because this is magic, people. This is magic.
Yeah, it's the magic is what takes place between the waves of the frequency, you guys.
That's what I heard.
It's
all right, you guys.
The funk is between the 1 and the 4. A show like this, between the funk and the spirit behind it, it's hard to pull off. We couldn't do it without the help of some of our sponsors. We're brought to you tonight in part by Big 7. It's just Big 5 with 2 fingers up your ass. We're also brought to you by 912. It's just a 7-Eleven with 2 in the 7 and 1 in the 11. We're also brought to you by 7 Guys Burgers. That's too many guys. 7 Guys Burgers, Christine.
Thanks, Blaine. All right, you guys, this next judge coming to the stage has an extensive history with comedy. She was a segment producer on The David Letterman Show, and she co-created and was the executive producer of The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. And now, check it out. She is a fantastic chef. That's right. Check out her fabulous cooking show, which has been featured on The Today Show regularly, and you can find it at madinthekitchen.com. Here she is, the fabulous Madeline Smithberg. There it is. All right, Matt, how are you, sister?
Doing great. I'm so happy other people have technical difficulties. It's just like, it comes with the territory and it sucks, but it always works itself out.
That's right. Look, we're here right now. We're chatting. We're together. And I'm so happy you're on the show, Madeline. Thank you.
I missed you.
I miss you all the time, too. All right, you guys, this final expert judge, he's an Emmy Award-winning writer and host on TV, radio, and his own podcast, the Fitz Dog Radio Podcast. He also has another show called the Sunday Paper Podcast and even another podcast called the Childish Podcast. And he had his own show for 10 years, the Greg Fitzsimmons Show on Sirius XM's Howard 101. He's a regular with Conan O'Brien and Jimmy Kimmel, and he's made more than 50 visits to the Howard Stern Show. How about that? He also has a very popular book called Dear Mrs. Fitzsimmons. It climbed to the bestseller charts and garnered outstanding reviews from NPR and Vanity Fair. And he's here with us right now. Please welcome Greg Fitzsimmons. Hands it out, man. There it is. Hey, Fitz Dog. Nice to see you, man.
Hey now, good to be here. I feel like I'm in good company. And speaking of good companies, a couple other advertisers we have today, Blaine didn't mention, is TGI Thursdays for when you just can't wait. And also Store 23, because, hey, can I get an hour? Can I get a fucking hour?
Hey, Greg, tell me why you have written your name is Grapefruit Simmons. This is sort of funny.
Oh, when I was a comedian in Boston, a woman called up the Faneuil Hall Comedy Connection, and she says, "Who's on the show tonight?" And they said, "Well, it's Jackie Flynn, Anthony Clark, and Greg Fitzsimmons." And she goes, "Is Grapefruit Simmons the headliner?" And to this day, I am called Grapefruit Simmons by everybody in Boston.
That story. I was wondering.
Thank you, Grapefruit. I'm happy you're here for sure.
I love that.
All right, you guys. Tonight we're going to be playing 2 rounds of the game. The contestants will be telling a 1-minute story in the first round and a 2-minute story in the second round. And the contestants are responsible for their own time. So watch the clock, you guys. You don't want to go over your time for sure. Because if you go over your time,
It'll be ugly.
You're going to hear this. I know, right?
God, don't let that happen.
I know. And then we go straight
My
to the
phone,
judges.
Tiffany.
And then your story will be over. So really, you guys, watch that clock. Now, the judges are scoring on 3 things: the ability to stay on the topic, the time, and the story itself. It's a total score of 15 per judge, or a total of 45 per round, and it gets added up in the end. Good luck to all the contestants. And remember, we fact check every story.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Now I reach my hand into
Like
the
a
Story
threat.
Smash can of truth. Let's get this party started and pull out the first contestant's name. Oh, all right, you guys. Now, this talent, she was once a Catholic school teacher, and some people quit Catholicism, but she was actually fired from it. After her set on Kill Tony, they found out about it, and she got fired. Her comedy comments are her mastery of life and being both a good mom and a good friend. Please welcome the very talented Rachel D. Rachel! Hey, Rachel. Great to see you tonight. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing amazing.
I'm so glad. Well, we're excited you're here. I know you played the game before, so I know you know what you're doing. Let's tell her what to do, you guys.
Spin!
That wheel.
Oh, and I'm lagging. This is so good.
The spin brought to you by Lysol Wipes, a great way to wipe Lysol on things. Lysol Wipes.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I'm sorry. Rachel landed on audience. That's right. Rachel.
She didn't land on audience. Audience landed on us.
I think you're right. And so, boy, oh boy, we got to go to the chat. And thanks for everybody letting me know that my sound was good. I appreciate it. But now let's hear about some topics. Here's one: Catholic school. She's got to know about that. Here we got ghosts. That sounds interesting.
Holy ghosts.
Holy Ghost, Father, Son, and Dreams.
Dreams.
Worst shopping experience.
That would be working at the Amazon warehouse.
I almost got away
Drinking
with
out of
it.
the wrong vitamin water. Almost got away with it.
Nightmares.
Blaine, you kill me.
Greg Fitzsimmons, what do you think?
I think she should not be allowed to do Catholicism because that's a slam dunk. I'd like to see worst job.
Worst. Nobody said that, but that's
What, am I not in the audience? I can't make a suggestion.
No, you're a judge.
Oh, here it is. Worst
There
job.
it
Karen
is.
Picard. Thanks for
Karen Picard coming
coming in
through.
there, Karen. I think we can go with worst job. Yeah, Blaine?
You know what? I would kind of like to see a slam dunk like with the Catholicism thing.
Me
But you
too.
know what?
I
I'll
was
go
thinking- I
with
wanted the
worst. I'll
Catholicism.
go with worst job.
That's why you guys are all-star producers. You see that there's some meat on that bone.
Yeah, I would let her do the Catholic school one. Don't we
Yeah.
want to hear the story she knows best?
Now hang on. Blaine, you're gonna be the tiebreaker here. What do you want?
No,
You
he's
want
with
worst-
me. He's
No,
already-
I said it would be nice to hear that, but I was kidding. I would like to hear worst job.
Okay,
Worst
then
job.
I do too. That's what I want to hear.
All right, you
Because
guys.
I just want everyone to be happy.
Hey, Rachel, whenever you're ready, I'll start the clock. Take your time.
Okay, all right, let's go ahead and get into it. So when I was fired from my Catholic school job, I moved to LA because I was like, fuck it, I'm going to be a comedian. And I thought, I'll just get a restaurant job. When you're 45 years old, it's a little bit different getting a restaurant job. But I wanted to make money. So I pretended to be a lot younger. And I got hired at Pink Taco on Sunset. And I don't know if you guys know what Pink Taco is, like Hooters tacos. And I was wearing booty shorts, and I was wearing like the little bra, like top thing, and I was trying to sling tacos as a almost 45-year-old. And the girls found out that I was old, and they lost their minds and told the boss, and I lost my job. All right.
Ouch.
Oh my God, 55 seconds. Great time, Madeline Smithberg.
First of all, that was like a good story, but it was just like a really depressing story about
The worst job. Yeah, I guess so.
right. No. I'm in your corner. It was a depressing story because you had to lie about your age. You got fired by your Catholic school job, which I really would have liked to have heard about. Except Blaine and Greg didn't want you to tell it. But I think it needed one more twist in terms of just getting terrible, like just being fired because they found out you were too old. Wasn't quite enough. So, but I love the spunk. I like you, and I'm going to give you a 13.
A 13. That's very good. Excellent. Greg Fitzsimmons.
Well, I don't know what Pink Taco refers to. It's again, LA can be so obtuse and so subtle. I like that. I don't know how you get fired for the literal age when you're rocking the shorts, you're rocking the bra, you're getting away with it, and then all of a sudden you get canceled for a number. That's crazy.
Interject here and point something out to you guys. The world is a terrible place for women. Just understand that. It's like a given.
Yeah, I think that's a lawsuit. I think you got a lawsuit on your hands. So if you don't make how much do they make, Karen, if they win the show?
$10. My name's
Karen.
Go with it.
So if you don't make the 10, I'd
Karen.
say you could go to Pink Taco and maybe pick up a cool $500,000.
So what are you giving her tonight? We've got 5 for time, 5 for story, 5 for ability to stay on topic. What do you say, Greg?
I'm going to give her a 12.
A
I
12.
agree with Madeline. It could have been, the story could have been a little stronger, but the time was great.
Yep.
And the other thing was excellent.
And we're going to see Rachel back in the next round anyway. Blanca Patch.
Hi, Christine. I love the way that we talked about the Catholic school thing, and then went with a different thing, and then you worked it in the first line. That was brilliant. I thought the whole story reeked of ageism. That the girls like in the kitchen must have seen the crystal in your hand blinking. She's over 21. That was terrifying. But I hosted the Velvet Hammer burlesque show, and we did it in a residency at the Hard Rock Hotel in Vegas one summer. And it was they put us in this outdoor bar, like this beach bar with sand and tiki torches and stuff. It was nightmarish, and they hated me and they hated the dancers. And I would go to Pink Taco before the show and drink as much tequila as I could, and then do the show. And one night, this guy just comes up and he grabs a handful of sand and just throws it in my face and mouth in the middle of my act. And we just walked away. His friends were happy. And then I went to the Pink Taco after that. So it just made me think of that. I loved it.
Hard Rock.
I'm going to give Blaine 5 for story on that. 5 for time.
I'm giving him 15. That was
10.
a great story.
No, but I do want to give I do want to give her a 15 because she came in under a minute, and a short show is a good show.
There you go. Rachel
Unlike my judging.
40 points. That's a great score. She's coming back for the second round. Thanks for playing, Rachel. You're amazing. My hand goes back into the story smash can of truth. Okay. This person coming up, this person is new to the game. How about that? Now, for 35 years, he was in the interactive entertainment industry and has been instrumental in the development of 50 interactive games, educational software titles, and education. And
it's not your mic now. It's just your mouth.
and entertainment properties for companies like Electronic Arts, Take-Two, Disney, Mattel, Sesame Street, DirecTV, Marvel Comics, all the way from Maryland. Please welcome the very talented F.J. Lennon. F.J. How are you doing tonight, F.J.?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. What's the temperature in Maryland?
It has rained the entire day. It's that humid, icky humid that I'm still not used to.
I see.
Being
And
Do you have cicadas?
We have cicadas. It sounds like the apocalypse every morning.
Gross.
It is really like amazing. They're everywhere. So hopefully it'll be over soon.
Yeah. And when you walk through the yard, you like step on them and you crunch, right?
There are times, mostly I live in a wooded area, so they're all up in the trees. But if you're closer to the city, they're all over your sidewalks and
Wow.
So.
Well, this was a great story. Thanks for playing so much.
Yeah, there you go. 15! I'll be back in 17 years.
All right, you guys, let's tell them what to do.
Spin
that wheel.
It's been brought to you by Ape Shit. When you gotta go something, go Ape Shit. From the makers of Jump in the Lake and Fuck Yourself.
Breakup. FJ landed on breakup. You have 1 minute.
Okay, well, I'll tell you about the worst breakup I've ever heard about. I had this computer game company, and the girl who was our bookkeeper came in on a Friday, said, what are you going to do this weekend? And I said, I don't know what I said, probably nothing. And she said, well, I'm a maid of honor in this wedding, and we're going to spy on the bachelor party. The bride and I are going to spy on the bachelor party. And I said, I don't think that's a great idea. And she said, no, it's outside. We're going to be up on a hill, looking down, and, we might even go down and crash it, and it'll be funny. And I said, might want to think twice about it. It's Western Pennsylvania where this happened. It can get raunchy. And so she came in Monday morning, and I said, how did it go? And she started to cry, and she tells me they were up on the hillside. They have binoculars. They're watching, and they not only see the groom getting a blowjob, they see the bride's father. The bride's father sitting next to him. So two marriages in.
Yeah.
Wow, an incredible story, Greg Simmons.
That's a 15. I don't give a shit about time, or I don't care that he's sitting in a bunker that looks like a QAnon information center kiosk. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Because I had a bachelor party, and I had a friend who turned into kind of like a Wall Street douchebag, and so he decided to surprise me with two hookers that had sex in front of each other in the middle of the restaurant. Like, we had a private room. And I was like, yeah, Thanks, man. That could easily end the marriage that hasn't even begun yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, 15 points. Amazing. Blank a batch.
Yeah, 15.
That's it.
He's got the visuals in his head.
Yeah.
Blaine. Nothing about the bunker he's sitting in?
It's all good. All worked out. All of a piece.
Two blowjobs in a story.
Just the father getting the backdraft fire damage. You know, where the fire is a character in Backdraft, and it's disgusting and classic, all American. Just everything all at once.
Great question coming out of the audience from Karen Picard. Did she go through with a wedding, FJ?
Oh yeah.
No wedding, and her parents got divorced.
Yeah. No, that was
kidding.
the punchline. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. It was unbelievable. You know.
Wow.
I mean, she came in and it was just like, that is the story of all stories, you know.
It's a great story.
25 years later, I get to tell it. It's great.
Madeline Smithberg.
Okay, this is what I think. I think it is indeed a perfect story because it had not one, but two blowjob bombs in it. And the whole idea that thinking we're going to go spy on the bachelor party is a good idea is just like, it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's like, don't, it's a terrible idea. I'm giving you a 14. And the only reason that I'm holding back that extra point is because it was not your story. It was a story of someone else. And I'm a stickler.
Oh, now isn't that interesting?
That
because
is
we
good.
do in fact say a true personal story. Madeline Smithberg is paying attention, and FJ almost had a perfect score, but 44. It's an excellent score.
It's a great score.
Round,
And it was a great
Thank you.
story. It was a great story.
great story.
I loved it.
Go on to the next guy. Come on, here we go.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
I'm the only one dancing. Okay.
We need the music.
All right. Oh, look at this guy said that's how you tell a sex story. All right, you guys. This next person coming to the stage. Oh boy, he has never played either, and he was raised in Corona, California, which he likes to refer to as the New Jersey of LA. And he started doing comedy in expat bars in Busan, South Korea, and now he lives in Chicago. So please welcome the very talented Noah Saunders. Noah.
Timing.
Hey, Noah, nice to see you, buddy.
Great to be here.
All right, you guys, let's tell Noah what to do. Spin.
Spin.
Back.
It's been brought to you by Invisicrocs. Align your feet invisibly with Invisicrocs.
It's the Crocs.
Oh, he was so close to landing on audience, but he didn't. He landed on Drunk Tank. Drunk Tank, Noah. Whenever you're ready, we'll start the clock.
I take it this is just any drunk story. Oh my goodness. I got it. One time I had a housemate in Washington, D.C. who was a big part of the poker boom. So he just had a crazy amount of money, and we all were just dumb kids fresh out of college, but he had just had an obscene amount of money. And one night he got a limo for no reason. And I did a bunch of shots for no reason. I got extremely drunk and I puked all over the side of the limo. And I remember none of it. And a guy came to hose it off. And I was a fun drunk, but I would get pukey. I would get pukey sometimes. And that was one of those nights. Danny Steinberg was his name. Short story, it turns out. One time we had a party in that house and he got a bunch of top shelf liquor. And people would mix it with Kool-Aid and stuff. And it was Patron. It was just very dumb kids fresh out of college. And that's my tale. Thanks, everyone.
All right, 57 seconds, blank patch.
Oh, I liked it. It was 3 little vignettes kind of tied under a little umbrella of vomit. Poker boom money, that's a story right there. So bury the lead, that was good. I love get pukey. That was fantastic. It was I think it was Danny DeVito, wasn't it? It was get pukey. And I think they're redoing it. They're redoing it with John Hamm, is what I heard. Here's where I kind of bumped up against it here, Noah. You said you told us the story, and then you said I remember none of it. But you know what? I admire your spunk. So 15.
Madeline Smithberg.
Okay, first of all, I was so impressed because you took off running and you went straight to the poker and the limo, and puking in a limo while, you know, you have to take a minute to think about what that really is and how embarrassing and horrible, and it stays with you. But the thing that impressed me was your story came up short, but you kept going. And you just like threw in another story about the Kool-Aid. I'm going to give you a 14, but I'm a tough judge. I'm like Finland in the Olympics.
Greg Fitzsimmons.
She's like Finland in the Olympics, but with that backdrop, she's like Genie in the bottle.
Sorry, master.
Yeah, how about that show for
Yeah, inappropriateness.
yeah,
Super duper couldn't be more into it.
yeah.
I loved I Dream of Jeannie.
So I felt like the story really was like Blaine said, it was a few different little pieces coming together. But I think in the end, we got a picture of you, because I look at you today, Noah, and I think this is a guy that's lived some life. He's thrown up out of limos. He's told jokes in Korea, and now he's not grooming during the pandemic. So for that, I'm going to give you 14.
14. It's another great score.
That's a great score, Noah. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome, Noah. You did a great job. Total score 43.
great job.
We'll see you in the next round, man. Thanks for playing. All right, you guys. Madeline, do your blinky again. I got All right, you guys. There's one contestant left in the Story Smash Can of Truth, and I know who she is. She's so talented. She was a 2018 Primetime Emmy nominee for Outstanding Actress in a Short Form Comedy or Drama for her role in Control-Alt-Delete. But she's best known as the first crossover character, the fan favorite Pepper on FX's American Horror Story, Asylum, and also Freak Show. Naomi's also appeared as a new character, the Satanist Samantha Crow, and that was in the 8th season of American Horror Story. Apocalypse. Yeah, that's right. Apocalypse. She's also a former member of the Groundling Sunday Company, and that ain't nothing. Please welcome the very talented Naomi Grossman. Naomi! You guys check out all that fan art behind her. She's got a lot of fans, and they paint her picture. Isn't that amazing?
So cool, Naomi.
I was hoping I would just like freak out all my competition on here, but now I'm last. So,
all right, you guys, let's tell Naomi what to do. Spin.
Man. Brought to you by H&M Clothing, quality from a distance. H&M Clothing.
School days.
Bette Midler sings the theme song for that commercial.
School days, Naomi. You have a full minute. Whenever you're ready, we'll start the clock. Take your time.
okay. So when I was in first grade, there was a certain gentleman named Brent Keller. He was a strapping 3'9", beachy blonde hair, thick bifocal. He offered 10 cents a peek at his belly button for 10 to get fully naked. Now, I didn't have that kind of money. No one did. Milk at lunch was 20 cents. Every morning, my mom gave me 2 dimes. I blew half on Brent's belly button, had to get my fix, then slowly walked away. And sure enough, but you know, at that rate, let's face it, like there's a reason I'm this short. $10 divided by 10 cents is like 100 days. Like I was never going to make it. So I actually founded a club, instated 20-cent daily dues, named myself treasurer, totally milked my classmates. They all joined the club. And pretty soon I was so close to seeing Brent naked.
Oh my God, look at the clock. A perfect minute. Madeline Smithberg.
Okay, I loved every second of it. You're an amazing storyteller. You also have had an amazing life. And the thing is that when I was like 9 years old, I too started a club and made people pay dues and made myself the president. So we have a lot in common. I'm giving you a 15. That was as good as it gets.
It was very good, right on topic. Greg Fitzsimmons.
Well, look, child porn is always close to my heart, and I think, and I respect the Gap. I think all the top entertainers, Letterman, myself, you, we work the Gap. Can I give it 16? Can I give this one 16?
No.
It was unbelievable.
It was great.
Yeah.
I love the Gap. Perfect. Another perfect score. Blanket patch.
There it is.
That's Gap happening.
Oh,
I
that
got
is hot. That is so hot.
Happening.
Let's give the 15 and get going.
I love that you said I didn't have that kind of money. I was waiting for you to talk about osteoporosis because it really was a bad example to set for your skeleton. And then later you said that you milked your classmates. I thought that was an inadvertent tag back. It was kind of great. Anyway, 15.
15 points. Amazing. Great.
Hey, Naomi.
Great story, Naomi.
Can I just go back to the fact that he was charging people to see his belly button? Like, what a genius. I bet he's like the head of some startup somewhere, man. Probably living here in Seattle with me.
Did you ever see him naked?
Well, I will tell you this. Sophomore year, he rear-ended me, if you will, my car.
All right. Okay.
He actually owed me, in the end, quite a healthy insurance settlement. Then cut to our 20-year high school reunion. He offered me a deep discount and to rear-end me some more. I did not take him up on it.
Thank God.
Was there anything in particular that was compelling about this belly button?
No. I mean, it was attached to a, you know what? Oh my gosh. I'm going to post his photo for y'all tomorrow.
Tag me.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll
Can you
see.
swat him? Let's all swat him.
Great story. Naomi Grossman, 45 points. We're going to see you in the next round. Anything could happen. It's still anybody's game, as you know. And now
like
we're going to
Jeopardy. It's kind of like Jeopardy that recently the games have been turning in the end. I don't know if anyone's been watching, but I'm obsessed and I'm liking Mayim Bialik, but I feel like a lot of the Jeopardy games have like changed and come out in Final Jeopardy. So I think we have hope too.
There's a lot of stories ahead. Oh my God. Did you guys hear? I got tipped last week. Did you hear that? Anybody?
No.
It's true. Dave Beachek. I think he's here tonight. He gave me $10. So
if he
what
can
a
do
nice
it, trend.
You all can do it. Come on, people.
I have a tip for you. Never wear a black bra under a pink shirt.
Here's a tip. Don't play with matches. Hey, check this out, guys. There's only 2 story smashes left, and then we're going back live. So be here next week. Be here the following week, and then you have to come to Los Angeles to see us. Or go to YouTube, and
you're going back live.
25 games. I know. Can you believe it? We're going back live, Madeline.
Can't you do both? I'm coming to LA at some point this summer.
Oh, well, then you'll be a judge then.
Oh, yes. Let's work it out.
I could do both, but I'd like to turn my dining room back into a dining room. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
What you're talking about, said the woman who's done a live interactive comedy cooking show from her house for the past 8 weeks.
You know what I mean, Madeline. All right, you guys, my hand goes back into the story smash can of truth. Let's see, Greg, tell me who's playing next.
It looks like Rachel D for D.
Wow, she was first the last time. Come on up, Rachel. There she questions. Okay, Rachel, are you ready for it?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's spin. That.
It's been brought to you by Pepperidge Farm, flavor blasted halibut. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
All right, you guys. Rachel landed on hooking up.
Oh,
Rachel.
boy.
You got
Hooking
2
up.
full minutes, so take your time, settle in, enjoy the 2 minutes.
Okay. So, ready?
Whenever
I'm ready.
you're
All right. Okay. So, when I turned 40, I realized that I'd always been into older guys, but then I got old, and I thought maybe I would try the cougaring thing, right? And I met a 24-year-old who thought I was much younger than I was, and we were hanging out, and it was really cute and sweet, and I thought I was doing a good job, but he told me that I gave my age away in a couple, like I offered a MapQuest something, first off. And then he explained that my mom arms were growing in, which I didn't know was a thing. But there was so much chemistry. I was like, I just didn't understand what was going. I was friend zoned by the 24-year-old, but I didn't really get it. So we ended up spending a couple of evenings together because we were doing comedy together. And I thought, maybe because we had to share a bed together, that maybe something would happen. His friend had to take me aside and explain friend zoning to me because it never happened. But I thought I would give it like one more shot, like we were spending the night together in the same bed, and I had a cute little, shorts top thing on, and I thought maybe it would happen. And I got into bed with him, and what was next to me felt a lot squishier than a 24-year-old young man. And what I realized had happened is he had created a pillow shield between us just to make it clear that nothing was going to happen.
Okay, 153 hooking up. In fact, didn't even happen. Greg Fitzsimmons.
First of all, Blaine and I have done comedy together before, and I don't remember the part where you get into bed together. You kind of glossed over that a little bit.
Greg, here, you don't remember it, but let's take a look at that clip.
What are you doing to those pillows, Blaine?
Sorry, I think we're having some technical issues. Wait, anyway, they're on YouTube.
So what do you think of the score, Greg? You got 5.
I think it was a well-told story. I like the pacing. I like the again, your age is a big theme tonight, which is it's a shame, and so I feel very relevant by giving you a 15.
A 15.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, she's so gorgeous. It's absurd. Gorgeous. Absolutely smoking blanket patch.
Oh, I love the term cougaring.
As a verb.
Yeah, just the conjugation possibilities are amazing. I like I would love mom arms. I need some mom arms. I would love mom arms. I don't know why I just didn't fuck you. 15.
15. I know what you're saying, Blaine. It's an odd situation.
It's crass to say I was in a situation like that, and looking back, I was like, why didn't I
do it?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get into it. I'm just gonna wistfully take a look at this clip.
That doesn't exist of you and Greg in bed together.
He turns around.
I love how he turns around. I literally, Blaine, if I, is this mad in the kitchen things oh my God, if this mad in the kitchen thing takes off and I get rich, I'm going to hire you to just hang around with me and make me laugh.
Oh.
And then if I get really rich, I'm going to bring Greg on too.
To make you cry.
Right? Just like a jester, someone that can make me happy. Here's my thing about the story. I loved your honesty. I think you're so brave, to like put it all out there. Part of me, it made me sad. So I have to give it a 14 because a little tiny part of me just wanted to come hug you and probably like, make out with you or something.
The mom arms.
To make the mom arms feel okay.
That'd be great.
And I would say go back and try the cougar thing again because I did it and it's awesome when it works.
Okay.
Interesting. So what was the total score, Madeline? 14?
We'll talk. 14.
14. All right, Greg Fitzsimmons.
I think I started, didn't I?
Okay, Blanket Patch.
I was going to do a joke about how when Madeline was cougaring, she was tagged by the park system.
I had a chip in my ear. Oh my god!
Yeah. Hey, we got one of those night cameras. Picked up a picture of number 38. Oh, number 38.
I'm just going into. I didn't know. You thought I meant that I slept with a younger guy? No, I meant I went in and opened people's garbage cans and went rummaging.
Yeah. Pounce on hikers.
Let's take a look at the clip.
That's what I only meant. Isn't that what it means?
Eat dogs that get out of the house.
Right, but isn't that what it means? Cougaring? I thought maybe I'm in the wrong conversation.
All right. Did we get a total score? Is this done? Is this total score?
Yeah, it's 15, 15, 14. And 15. I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole.
Those are my measurements, by the way.
I have got to start wearing a panty liner when I play this game because I laugh so hard. You mess up my pants.
No, it's just so much fun, Christine. Like, I haven't laughed like this in so long. It's really very therapeutic.
I'm happy you're here. Rachel's total score 44. It's a great score. Thanks, Rachel. Thanks for playing. We'll see you a little later no matter what happens. All right, no matter what. And Paul Vato in Las Vegas wants to know if any of the judges have OnlyFans. And do they have innies or outies? Anyone?
I had an outie, but as my belly has gotten fatter and fatter, it has collapsed into an innie.
Probably too much information, but interesting.
Did I hold it up to the camera, Madeline?
No, but did you charge me 10 cents?
Fair enough.
I love that specificity. 20 cents. That was awesome. All right, you guys. I'm reaching the end into the Story Smash Can of Truth. Madeline, who's coming up now?
I don't know. It's upside down. Naomi Grossman!
Naomi Grossman!
Spin.
That wheel.
He's getting tired.
It's been brought to you by Fire. Fire bad. Fire
bad.
Oh boy. Naomi landed on audience. She landed on audience. So here we go again. Let's take a look in the chat room. Spooky occurrences.
Karen.
Karen, thank you. And let's see what else. Dreams.
Nightmares.
Bad restaurants. Oh, look at this. Celebrity encounters. I think.
I like that one. I like that one. Yes.
Yeah, always go celebrity encounters.
Yeah, celebrity encounters. That's the one. Naomi, whenever you're ready, we'll put 2 minutes on.
Have spoken.
Please let it be Ellen DeGeneres.
Hold. There's got to be sponsored by somebody, right? While I think real quick.
Go ahead, Blaine.
This pause brought to you by Refrigerator, a game of escape from Milton Bradley.
Also brought to you by 3M Oil.
Come here.
Come
on.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Blaine, I almost spit on my screen, so thanks for that. All right, Naomi, whenever you're ready, take your time.
Okay, so as much as I would like to tell you about how my mom's best friend kissed Elvis and one of my best friends slept with Keanu Reeves, actually, those are about other people. This story is about me and a spooky occurrence with a celebrity encounter. That's right. I'm putting it all together. It turns out What you don't know, you think this just looks like a room full of fan art? No, it used to be Peter Lawford's second bedroom. Who's that, you might ask? Well, he was a former Rat Packer. That's, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., and the Peter Lawford. Peter Lawford was the connection to the JFK's brother-in-law, in fact. And he used to live here in this condo. In fact, I'm going to show you right now the place where he was found bleeding out. That's right. I'm not even kidding. He bled out on my kitchen floor. Look at this. Can you see? Well, anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, there. Look, right there.
Oh!
I know. Look, I'm even going to show you. Wait, but still, there's more. There's more. Now, you're probably wondering, where's the encounter? All right, I'll tell you. Look, do you see the Lawford?
Oh, my God.
I'm not even kidding. He literally, now, when I first moved in, I was so excited because I was like imagining him like Marilyn, with the martyred POTUS in my bedroom. Like, this is my mind. This is why I'm buying the place, right? No. By the time he moved in, he'd hit rock bottom. He was literally, he lived here 1 year. During that year, he was literally throwing parties behind the bed. Oh, what?
All right, 203. It's okay. Blanket patch.
That was more than enough.
Yeah.
I loved it. I have a Peter Lawford story that I heard too. So it just takes me back. So I can only give it 315s.
I think that's 15. Madeline Smithberg, and your dog.
Okay. First of all, this is the Dippy dog. I am basically dog sitting for the dog from How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh my God.
And I'm in love and I'm never going to give her back. But I had to pick her up so she wouldn't bark. 15! I don't care that you went over 2 seconds. That was the best story I've ever seen. I love that he bled out in your kitchen. Like, talk about a celebrity. Like, I'm in Taxi Driver. That's mine. Like, I had a Robert De Niro encounter, and I'm standing behind him when he has the mohawk in Taxi Driver. I was 15 years old. But you live in the Lawford friggin' suite where he died. And there is no celebrity encounter that is ever going to top that. So I give a resounding, me and Dippy give 15.
15. Okay, Madeline, you buried the lead. You're going to need to tell us that story.
Okay. Well, I was on a date in high school.
With Destiny?
I was on a date with Destiny. He was Dutch. His name was Ricky Vandenboomen. And he had terrible teeth, but he really loved me. And so I always like to inspire my fan club. And we went on a quote unquote date in Central Park. And there was Martin Scorsese on a megaphone going, anyone want to be in a movie? Come over here. And I trampled like 15 people. And I was in the movie. And all of a sudden there's Robert De Niro behind me. Now, just so you know, that mohawk that looks so real on the movie was totally fake. And you could see the dots that they had drawn on his head. And I absolutely believe that when they were editing Taxi Driver, there was an editor in an edit suite that was cursing me and going, who is this teenager chewing gum staring at the camera? Because I'm in every single shot. And that was like the shot that was used in like when gun violence happened. It was just like the Taxi, like it was just repeated clip. And it's one of my claim to fames. There's that, and I can do the splits.
And can we get the Dutch kid with the bad teeth out of the shot, please?
Exactly. He's in it.
That's a great celebrity encounter, Madeline. Really, I love that.
That's what makes my 15 even more that valuable.
Yeah, it's very valuable. And I will say one of my celebrity encounters was seeing Sharon Stone doing coke at the Chateau Marmont. Thank you.
No, Christine, you want to go further?
Yeah, please.
I produced Sharon Stone on Letterman.
Wow.
When I was a segment producer. And it was when Basic Instinct first came out. And Howard Stern to bring it back to Greg, was the lead guest. The lead guest does 2 segments at the beginning, and Sharon Stone was relegated to 1 segment in the middle. So she was not happy. And in the first segment, Howard Stern said, yeah, it's basically like German porn. She spreads her legs, and she heard it, and she walked off the set. And I walked into the studio, and my producer, boss, Robert Morton, was very, very compassionate. He said, you let your guest get away? Go get her. So, like, Saturday Night Live set, and her publicist said, I don't think you want to come near her right now. So I don't care how much brain cancer she's had. I hate Sharon Stone.
Oh, wow.
Greg Fitzsimmons.
Well, she didn't get cervical cancer because luckily we all got to inspect it. But what I respect is that Peter Lawford, you showed us the floor that Peter Lawford bled out on, and out of respect to him, the fact that you never mopped it since then, and I think that adds value to the apartment.
Yeah.
I saw Peter Lawford. I was just don't ask me why, but I was watching a rerun of the $1.98 beauty pageant hosted by Rip Torn, Rip Taylor, online yesterday, and Peter Lawford was a judge. This must have been in his lowdown period.
Wow.
It's a 15. I like
It's a 15. It's out of the park.
You open the story with the bleed out, and then you cut off the ending at the end because you already said it.
Amazing.
Blank effect.
Also, the camera work was very conjuring too.
It was.
Conjuring.
What's your score, Blaine?
Oh, I think I already did it, right? 15?
Oh, okay.
315.
I'm wrong again. Well, everybody went then, yes? What's the
I'll go
score?
again. I hated it. No points.
We all
11.
Oh, there it is. Naomi's total score, 45. Holy shit. A perfect score.
Kidding, I loved it.
Naomi. You are an amazing storyteller. Thanks for playing. We're going to see you a little bit later no matter what. But we've got a couple more stories coming up right now. And the next person spinning the wheel is... Who is that?
Jay Lennon.
F.J. Lennon.
FJ. Come on up, FJ. Let's do it. Woo! Are you ready to go, FJ?
I'm ready to go.
All right, you guys. Let's tell them what to do.
Ben. It's been brought to you by bathrobes. Keep your penis from touching the sink with a bathrobe.
Oh, it has happened again, audience.
Wow.
Audience has happened again.
Game.
Now, did FJ have audience before you guys? What was his topic before?
No, I was
Drunk tank.
All right.
no
Because
breakup.
I was going to give you another
Break
spin,
up.
but forget it. All right, so let's take a look at some more topics. Oh, look there, fetishes. Who knows? Fanboys and fangirls.
Fanboys and fangirls.
Jamie Kennedy. That's weird.
I'll tell you some Jamie Kennedy stories, but I won't.
Celebrity
To bled out in your apartment. That's very specific.
gambling.
Gambling, I like.
We did that before.
Celebrity
Karen, you gotta come up with something new. We did that before.
Skipping school. There's Karen.
There she is. She's very prolific. Secrets. I like secrets.
What do you
Secrets.
think, Greg? What do you think?
I like secrets.
Secrets.
Yeah.
Blaine?
I like secrets because secrets can make you mine. I like secrets. Closing my eyes and feeling fine. When the lights go down, hold me so tight.
I got
Got
you
you in my
arms.
and it's
Paradise.
paradise. We're running out of time, you guys. Back to you, Christine.
Thanks
we
for
have to
playing,
pay for that.
everybody. All right, FJ, you got 2 minutes for secrets. It's a lot of
All
time.
right.
Just, lay into it. Think about what you're going to say, and I'll start the clock when you're ready.
Okay. I'm ready. It's gonna be secrets and hookup. So
Oh.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, merging and morphing.
Yes.
Go ahead, man.
So back in my 20s, I was co-owner of this computer game company, and we hired a great dynamic person to come aboard, and she was a really great person, and we started to get a little flirty, and then we started to kind of like each other. Now, there was a rule in the handbook. There weren't many rules, no dress code. It was like that you can't date anybody in the office. And I'm also one of the co-owners who helped make up the handbook. But things started to go that way with this person, and so we got together. Now, it's a small town in Western Pennsylvania, and I'm talking like small, like 30,000 people in the town. So a quarter of the town works at the company, or at least in that building, and so we start being secret about this, when we got together, and it was crazy because one of the other employees lived in her apartment building, so I would go there, and it would be just short of disguise. I would park my car like a half a mile away and walk there. She would come to my house and pull in the garage, and the garage door would go down like the Bat Cave, the Batmobile pulling into the Bat. It was like it was really crazy that we managed to pull it off where we didn't get caught. And so 18 months later, many near misses, we get engaged, and we go in to the go into the office. She goes in, people notice the ring, and they said, wow. And she said, I got engaged. And they said, that's weird. So did FJ. So, and we've been married 26 years since. So, but it was an illicit, office thinning romance. And we pulled off the secret of the town.
Holy cow. That is a major secret. Blank a patch.
I liked how you started it the way Babe Ruth pointed at the stands where he was going to hit the ball. That was a nice touch. When you said that you lived in a small town and you said, I'm talking a small town, I was waiting for a string of small town jokes. I was waiting for something like, like the graveyard was only a grave foot and a half, whatever. Just something about how small the town was. But it turned out to be a nice thing where you met your wife on the job and had an illicit affair, and I've turned all this stuff over to HR. 15.
Yeah.
15. That's a perfect score, Madeline Smithberg.
Oh, come on, 15. That's just the best story ever. Like, it started because there's something so sexy and hot about the secret thing that nobody can know about. And I had an affair with my boss when I worked at Italian television. It was the most sexy, fun thing ever. But I didn't end up marrying him. He ended up marrying the other girl that he was sleeping with in the office, who was also inappropriately young for him. And they ended up getting married as well, but being really miserable. But so I loved the story. I loved everything about it. And 15, what can I do?
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Great score, Madeline Smithberg. No doubt about it, blanket patch.
Oh, I'll go again if you want me to. I hated it. No points.
Greg Fitzsimmons.
What are you drinking? How can you be a chaperone?
In keeping with the theme of secrecy, I have drawn down all the lighting in my office. Either that or the sun has gone down, and I was using natural lighting. But I can relate to these secret romances. When I worked on Ellen, she and I had and I shouldn't talk about it, we had a torrid, unconventional relationship that did not end in marriage. It ended in a non-disclosure agreement that I do not honor. I give you 15. How do you not put the kids to bed with the marriage at the end of the story and not get a 15?
Yeah, it's
about
so true.
resolving into a nice tight bow.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got the points before the ending, which is we both ran out of the company. It became enemies with my partner, and
whatever. You're still married. Still married.
But that was great. We went to California and had 17 great years out there, and so it was all meant to be.
And
But
you're
yeah.
still together.
Yeah, I think. At least.
Well, he is in the
Last-
basement, so
Yeah.
things aren't that
Last time
Yeah.
we checked.
FJ
we are.
score 45. It's a perfect score. It'll be combined with his story and his score in the first round, and then we're going to find out who the winner is. But before then, we've got one more storyteller in the Story Smash Can of Truth, and that guy is Noah Saunders. Oh, there he is. How are you doing tonight, Noah? How's it going in Chicago, Noah?
It's great. It's beautiful. The weather's beautiful
Okay.
here.
It's still deep, right?
I'm sorry? It's deep, yes. Lots of
the pizza
sausage
is
and
still
pizza.
deep.
The pizza
Gotta
is
get-
deep.
Got to
I'm
get the
sorry.
deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
Gotta try it.
Let's tell Noah what to do.
Spin!
Try the deep
That.
dish pizza. It's been brought to you by Betty Crocker's Super Moist Cake Mix. Cake so moist you're going to have to wring it out over the sink. Only from Betty Crocker Labs.
Pandemic. Noah landed on pandemic. We've all been through
Great
one.
topic.
He's got to have something to say. Whenever you're ready, Noah, you got 2 minutes.
That you updated the topics.
Oh my goodness. Pandemic, that's very broad and immediate. I just prior to this, I worked at a restaurant before it closed down, as so many did. I had some time to kill, and I did a lot of comedy on Zoom. And I unexpectedly had probably my most growth as a comic on Zoom. I would just house these mics, like 5, 6 a day. And then I met this girl doing some comedy, and she was actually a lapsed Jehovah's Witness, and she escaped and became a copywriter. And she taught herself how to write copy, and that's how she found her independence. And we saw each other a couple times. I guess it's kind of taboo. I don't know, just 2 times wore a mask on the plane. And I don't know. I'm just rambling here, talking about pandemic stuff. It was good. I don't. It's bad form to say you were thriving during the pandemic. Obviously, no one wanted any of that to happen. But it was good for me. I think a lot of people needed to reset. We tried to do hallucinogenic shrooms one time. I asked a friend of mine, and he gave me these gummy worms that were filled with THC and not shrooms, and I puked. So that's a theme. I can tie that in to the prior story that I told, and that's my time. I'll end it there.
Okay, now hang on.
Oh, I didn't see the clock. I thought it was close to 2 minutes.
Noah,
Jesus.
you got more to say. Let's hear a little more. Come on.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
I timed it better in my head. Okay. Other pandemic stuff. I worked as a fishmonger briefly. I got tired of not working, so I butchered fish on the north side of Chicago. That was fun. We had a fun way to get back at the aristocracy. It was Whole Foods. Whenever an Amazon Prime shopper would come in, we would always give them the absolute worst cuts of fish. So if you're the 9-year-old son of a corporate tax attorney on the north side, your salmon was dry quite often.
Okay, that's a good story on pandemic. Greg Fitzsimmons.
Well, I mean, look, he managed to work his way through getting heckled by Madeline's dog, which was a tough way to start a set.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Don't you have a door guy in your house that comes around and
No,
says,
I
please
think
keep your barking to a minimum?
My husband came home. Sam, come say hello.
Oh, I want to see Sam.
Hi,
Sam,
Sam.
everyone wants to see you. Come here.
Come on, Sam.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Wait, is this the Italian producer you were sleeping with?
No, this
Yeah.
is my
Hey.
this is my husband, Sam.
Look at
Nice,
that.
Sam. At first, I thought the dog was named Sam.
No, the dog is like Sam from the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, but her name is Dippy.
Dippy.
But I'm so sorry, Noah, that it was not fair. Okay.
But I
can
mean, despite that, I think the story was not a story. It was a collection of thoughts. It was a collage, which I think reflected all of our states of mind over the last year. so I get that structure. And so I'm going to give him a 12.
A 12. It's all right. It's all right. Blanket patch.
Sorry. It had dry salmon and butchered fish in it. It had gummy shrooms. Well, that would piss me off if I was expecting shrooms and it was just
regular weed
bad
candy.
edibles. It's like, it's
Bad edibles.
not even fun for Vegas. Bad edibles. But it really sort of reminded me, just kind of like people trying to get their thoughts straight in a pandemic situation. And you know, I don't know if anybody caught that brilliant Bo Burnham special, but you know, how do you top something like that?
Yeah.
You can't really even come close. So
I can't tell what you're saying about that. I don't know if that's good or bad.
I was trying to get into it a sideways. I was gonna try to say that we're all a little mad at Bo Burnham for doing something that we all should have been doing during the pandemic.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it. I have to watch it.
It's a goddamn blast. 15 points.
15 points.
I'm pitching a all positivity tonight, Christine.
Blanket patch. What a good guy. Greg Fitzsimmons.
You want me to go again?
He just went. It's my turn.
Madeline Smithberg.
It's my turn. Okay, so here's
Bring out another husband.
I have another husband and another dog. The new crop just appeared. I didn't think it was a story, but I thought it was definitely a series of memories and images and thoughts which were very entertaining, and I liked that the Whole Foods people got the crappy cuts of fish, although I might have been one of them. That one that made me so happy, and I have the hiccups right now, which I cannot really explain. I'm gonna go 13.
13. All right, 13. Let's add them all up, and we're gonna take a look at Noah Saunders' score. Madeline, your haircut's cute, by the way. I love it. Noah's total score 40. 40 for Noah. And this is the time of the show where everybody comes on back to the screen so we can thank them again in person, because this is pretty much the end of the game. Let's keep your applause going for Naomi Grossman, F.J. Lennon, Rachel D., Noah Saunders. You get to go to bed very soon, Noah. Hang on. And let's start looking at the leaderboard, because boy, oh boy, I think this was a close competition tonight. And let's see some numbers. They're coming up. Okay, Noah, total score 83.
Very good score.
Yeah, what do you want, Noah? It's your first time. You did a great job.
Yeah,
Thanks
great
for
job,
staying
everybody.
awake in the Windy City. Rachel's total score 84. 84. Rachel, you've been a winner before. You know how good it feels. You know what you can do with that $10, but not tonight. FJ's total score 89. A great score, FJ Lennon. Holy shit. He was the first time playing
First
tonight.
time.
Score.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. But let's take a look at the winner tonight. And this person putting a who's the winner? Naomi Grossman! Her total score is 90 points. This is, in fact, the first total score we've ever seen on this game. Is that right, Blaine?
Yeah, probably.
Madeline, have you ever seen a perfect score on the game? It's never happened, you guys. It's a perfect score for Naomi Grossman. Thank you so much for playing the game, Naomi. And a big thank you.
I moved into this room.
Yeah, me too.
It was Peter Lawton's drumstick.
Thank you, Peter Lawton. And a big round of applause for the amazing Greg Fitzsimmons and Madeline Smithberg. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Naomi, you're getting $10 for tomorrow. And remember, guys, we'll be here next Friday. We'll be here June 25th. And we'll see you then. My name's Christine Blackburn. Good night.
Thanks so much.
Promotional consideration for Story Smash brought to you by Tecate, the worst beer in the world, and Arby's Chewables. Finally, the great taste of Arby's you could eat.
I'm telling